Welcome back to Sunless Sea. Okay, all done at the Isle of Cats for now. Yes, north to Visage. Reef of Roses is some distance to the northeast. Alright, we'll go there after Visage. That should probably be east there. Oh, there's a ship. It does not see me though. Yep. Straight east from here. That's fine. Port report. Go ashore? Yeah, why not? Check in at the customs house. Changing room. All visitors must pass one by one through a room guarded by a person in the mask of a moon moth. Ah, yes, what mask do I want? Right. Yeah, let's do the frog mask this time. The Library of Parts, yes. Stoop at the lintel, enter the dark. A room of heavy stone guarded by golden statuette of a woman with outstretched arms. The scroll niches sorted to correspond to a variety of masks. The jackal and the lioness, the crocodile and the dung beetle. A woman in the mask of a lotus blossom is standing at a lectern, reading in silence. Alright, let's study the scrolls in a bumbling way. They look very old after all. Hearts guarded. Taking the nearest, you read it aloud. For guarding against the loss of the heart. Moon moth takes it from you, rolls it tightly, and returns it to its niche. There are many ways of guarding against the loss of heart, as there are different masks, it explains. The same light and different voice. Let's go back in there. Write notes in the margin. Halt there! Moonmoth is startled. Apparently no other frog has gone so far as to attempt to deface the library's holdings. It gets the pen away from you, expostulating. Later you find it writing down a record of what you just did to be added to the Library of Parts, a recollection of what can be expected from frogs. Alright, let's go to the Flood Court. Show oafish enthusiasm for this wonderful indoor pool. Croak. You exclaim how much you admire this room and its excellent pool. Your words are, as always, amplified into a croak. Other masks turn toward you. Crocodile, lotus, blossom, crescent moon. But no one speaks. You have garnered a suitable degree of disdain. Moonmoth quietly applauds your performance of froghood. I can't go to any more of these places. I could trade masks. It draws you inside into a closet in the customs house. Had enough of Visage, it tells you frankly. Here, you take my mask and pretend to be me, and I'll trade in the visitor mask and get on some departing ship. Get my life back. Its face. No, now you see her face is aging but unlined. A lifetime of never needing to use a facial expression. Sweet, I have a moth mask. Yeah, let's visit the house of the chief geometer. Lines in wet ground. Each morning the man in the cobra mask draws lines in the mud flat with a pointed steel rod. This apportions to each inhabitant a small trapezoidal area from which to harvest mushrooms and scrape salt. No plot is ever preserved from one day to the next. The is the chief geometer, the keeper of directions, master of land measures and sea measures. Now you have been invited into his home. At the time customary appointed for him to receive those who are not his equal in rank, yet not so far beneath him as to deserve to be ignored. What ceremonial gift will you bring? So I can bring a string of rats, a necklet of lapis beads. I could bring a poem of concerning snakes, copied on a new scroll. I'm a poet, this would probably be the way to go. I could bring a comb made of bone. Bring fresh candles, but I don't have a foxfire candle. Bring nothing, which would be uncool, or I could just not go. I'm going to bring a poem. 800 lines on the scaly denizens of the snake pit. Mixed results. He appears to be pleased by this gift, but it takes him aback as well. Several times he remarks that this sort of merchandise is something he would expect to be brought to the island by a bat. It requires a great deal of chittering and wing-folding to persuade him to your moth nature. Still gain the visage. Nice. Let's visit the Temple of Apis. All the denizens of Visage go there sooner or later. The wounded god. In the center of the temple is a black bull with a white diamond on its face. It is tied in place with heavy ropes, and it is wounded in the thigh. From this wound it bleeds copiously without dying. The priests gather around the bull, capturing its blood in cups. I can collect some of the blood. I can leave a respectful token. I try to bandage the bull, but not with very good success. Yeah, let's get some of that blood. Oh, sweet, I got an outlandish artifact. Yes. The priests don't prevent you, but they aren't precisely pleased either. In fact, they are highly suspicious of how Moonmoth would want such a thing until you explain that you needed to educate some especially ignorant and impious visitors. Then they let you go ahead. Nice. Okay, can I do that again? No. But I could leave a respectful token of offering. The tokens are small and not very valuable and suit your lower rank in the community. The priests arrange them on the table with other small items. As you go out, you pass by a more impressive gifts, drafting tools from the chief geometer, scales from Jackal, a heap of foreign coin brought by some crocodile. Sweet, I'm up to 7. Enter the hollow of the ear. Ooh. This is a journey of several steps and may conclude your current visit. That is fine. The proud nose. It is festival day. The great stone face has been illuminated from forehead to chin with blazing torches, so that the profile is visible from the side more clearly than you have ever seen it. Flourishing of years is awake, says the genderless figure in the crocodile mask. Let's see, I can fall in line with the others. I can strip off my mask and prepare to depart. I can't secretly bring a flare with me because I don't have a flare. Let's fall in line. I want to find out what this is about. Among your own. As you go, though you are truly one of them, you carry nothing with you but your mask and your costume. May your heart be as light as a feather, says the woman in the lotus blossom mask, as you fall into line behind her. The road you follow leads up through switchbacks along the side of the face and finally to the ear of flourishing of years, and into the cave that is her ear. Excuse me. Wow. The tunnel bends back on itself and lights have now been extinguished. There's nothing to guide you but the hand of the person behind you on your back and the movement of the person in front of you. The one who walks beside you wears a bat mask. Fortunately, the floor of the tunnel is very smooth and presents no stumbling blocks. Sound carries strangely in this place, however. Sometimes you cannot hear your own footsteps, and sometimes a breath comes back to you audible from some place ahead in line. I could run away, or I could continue. Let's keep going. I want to see where this goes. There's a secret in the dark. In line, the footsteps of the people are steady and synchronized, and you go together. For how many years has this been done, and how many will it be done in the future? Watch your step here, says the bat mask to you in an under voice. Its accent is the accent of Wolfstack docks. The floor is about to get squishier. And sure enough, it does. Alright, I gained 4 ritual participants. Empty-handed and brave. At last the tunnel opens out. You and all the other congregants spread out into a cavernous space. Voice in the darkness, a ritual preparation. Here, at the new year, we gather under the one mask of flourishing of years. Her face is turned to the gods. Protected by her mask, we may remove our own. Protected by her script, we may speak outside our parts. Here and there is the sound of people fumbling with ties and strings. Your own face feels different with the mask off. Okay, I can wait and listen. I can fight the urge to giggle. Receive the confidence of a stranger as holy. Let's fight the urge to giggle. What curious practices they have here. Suppressed. You manage to stifle yourself. The only thing that comes out sounds like a sneeze. Here and there, people are talking around you, telling of childhoods in padded nurseries, silenced under the scarab-shaped baby mask. Other paths, too. Not all lived on visage. Wow, 100 fragment. That is pretty awesome. The rituals end. The hour of confidence is drawing to its end. If there is anything else you need to do, now is the time. Do nothing. Let the ceremony end according to the proper rites. Last bell. At the end of the hour, there comes a woman with a feather of shimmering silver, which she tucks into your hand, symbol of the innocent heart that will not be eaten by the jackal. Then a bell rings at the time of the speech is over. You all begin to put your masks back on. It is possible, you cannot know for sure, that in this cover someone has exchanged the mask with someone else. It is an orderly and perfect line that emerges again from the ear of flourishing of years. If anyone watches from above, they must surely be satisfied. They gain the secret, gain the captivating treasure, and I am now up to quality 9, respected the sacred mysteries. Sweet. And my performance, and leave the island. You can't stay in character forever. Calmer. When the other citizens are distracted, you find your way to the familiar customs house and rid yourself of the mask and robe. There's satisfaction in laying aside the role. Well performed. Lost 10 terror. Very nice. Very, very nice. Do I have shops here? No. Okay. East we go. Here we go. Ship there. Doesn't seem to see me, which is good. Reef of Roses is somewhere to the east. There it is. Is there a port, or it's just a reef? Oh wow, my supplies are getting really low. I really don't want to turn to cannibalism. Hopefully I can buy food soon. Okay. Yeah, let's keep going east for a little bit. Maybe start going north. Oh, we have something here. Estebal is a long way to the southeast. Well, let's go there. Hopefully they sell supplies there. not an emergency yet, but... Ah, there we go. Sun! A great beam of sunlight bathes the island. Squint into the dazzle. Far above, there's a hole in the roof. In that light, you see beaches of white gold sand, trees heavy with bright fruit, the reds and blues and greens of the surface. Oh, nice, I can gather supplies. Well, first, let's get a port report. A burning after image. Your eyes water, the pages blurred. The report is one of joy-filled complaint. Esteval has a beauty too bright to be appreciated, but perhaps the Admiralty can find something of use. Alright, let's gather supplies. Exotic delights, breadfruit, sugarcane, coconut, soft-shelled crabs, and plump birds too stupid to know a hungry sailor from a tree. Esteval is ripe with treasures unknown in the neath. Fill your hold. Oh, that is freaking awesome. I got 8 supplies. So this fills up, not every bit, not all of my capacity, but man, that is awesome. I'm all set. I don't need to buy supplies now. Let's investigate the ruins. There was some sort of installation here, and what looks like a handsome country house. Who was here, and what happened to them? Red birds singing. A garden overgrows with berry bushes. A wooden trestle table set for a meal. Chairs strewn with bones. A half-dozen skeletons. A red-breasted bird perches on a grinning cranium. It cocks an eye at you and bursts into song. A liquid thrilling sound. It seems unperturbed as you approach to poke through the bones. No signs of violence. No fire. No bullets. No bites. These people died peacefully, sitting down to breakfast as the surface sunlight spilled over them. Sunlight can kill at any time. The longer you remain here, the more danger you're in. So why did they stay? Perhaps they stayed because Esteval is as beautiful as anywhere underneath, and 10 times as generous. It's a fine place for a colony. You could found your own pocket kingdom, if you could do something about the sun. But what? What has the power over sunlight? What makes the impossible possible? A memory of distant shores. Alright, that was really, really good. Alright, time to go north, I think. And we'll go to the Chalonate and to Iram. And then start a trip back. We gotta go with Khan's Heart for the Admiralty. What is that? Behe mustache. Okay, as long as it's not attacking me, that's cool. I'm totally cool with that. Savior's Rocks is a long way to the north. Well, we're going straight north, so we're going to run into it. Those ants. Rocks of the Nocturne. Those spiders. Northeast. Doesn't look like there's any port here. It's alright. Oh, there's a port right there. The Nativity. Savior's rocks. The sound of their constant motion is like pebbles on a beach. The scuttering reaches. Intricate webs stretch into the darkness where the shadows are never entirely still. Gossamer threads stolen by the breeze tickle the goosebumps on your skin. Thousand unseen eyes promise a million more. Well, I can't do either of these. Well, I could try to explore about candles, but it's a very bad chance. Festival of Silk. Port report. This is going to cost me a cask of mushroom wine, huh? Let's do it. Assist with festival preparations. I could trade supplies for silk. A delivery of trinkets. Ooh. This is useful. Trinkets? Just trinkets, confirms the man holding out the box, shaking it. You hear a rattling and a sudden look of horror on the man's face. He says nothing, though, merely backs away as quickly as good manners permit. Trinkets. Just trinkets. Bring to London. Let's trade supplies for silk. Let's do it. Lost 2 supplies, gained a bolt of spider silk. A fine trade. We'll only be needing to stock up on supplies like this till after the Festival of Silk, warns the merchant, as his people load your goods onto the ship. I'll be back to Echoes like regular after that, but still, you come see me and I'll give you a deal that'll turn Mr. Vale's cloaks white. He pauses for a moment, checking the shadows on instinct. Of course, if anyone asks, I never said that. I can do that again. Maybe not, though. I want to keep my supplies. Assist with festival preparations? Yes. The assistance of an experienced captain and crew will hardly be turned down. Quiet murmurs of appreciation. The traders of the Nativity have little practice showing appreciation, but at least put in an effort. In particular, they not entirely accidentally let slip the secret of the Accord of Grace, a hospitality granted visitors by the generous neighbors of whom they will speak no ill. They do, however, hint that this only applies to travelers arriving through the port. Those unlucky enough to run aground on the rocks can consider themselves, but no. No, a sorrow spider might hear something they would, of course, never say. Gain 10 fragments. Okay. They have shops here? They do. Oh. Okay, in that case, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And let's get some more silk. Go. Well, next time I'm here and I have something awaits you, I can meet with an emissary of spiders. Not now, though. Alright, good. So, keep going north. I have a bounty of port reports when I get back to London. Not to mention a crate of trinkets. Just trinkets. Empire of Hands is a long way to the north. Well, we will visit it. Burning blue. A hiss of horror from the lookout. The The glim lamp at the front of the ship is sputtering and arcing, fizzing with blue light. Even as you watch, the blue fades, but it's not a good omen. Let's calm them. Light meets dark. The darkness in the leaf is more than the absence. I've read this before. I succeeded, gained the fragment. Nice. Oh, speaking of which, I should have quite a bit of secrets by now. Let's get some more veils. I only have 3. I thought I'd have more than that by now, but that's okay. Some more. 65 seems good. Yeah, we'll roll with that. Fort Stanton. A stern reminder from the Admiralty. In the name and by the power of her enduring majesty, a trade embargo and quarantine in absolute perpetuity has hereby been declared on the Empire of Hands. No ship of London is permitted aboard a Pentecost ape without express and prior permission of the Admiralty. Any and all acts of spirifage are prohibited. They know what they did. Beware of stowaways. Keep a tight grip on your soul. Excerpt from Standard Naval Regulations, Volume 4. The flea-ridden mayor. With the regulations in mind, it is a surprise to be greeted by a mere itchy monkey in a tattered yellow robe, barely walking with the help of a ceremonial staff. "Hello," cries the mayor, in the broken voice of one not yet used to human speech. "Come, make yourselves at home. All souls welcome in bountiful Empire of Hands." The crew shifts uncomfortably. They know the stories. It'll take more than the natural beauty of this place to make most of them risk shore leave here. Zeppelin. Repair a comprehensive port report. I need to, I think, explore things. Shore leave. Let's do it. The parasynthetic jungle holds many dangers. Step carefully. There is no authority beyond the fence. A walk in the woods. An ambush. The twisting paths of the jungle have led far from the port into a dark claustrophobia of trees and mushrooms. The party of savage, one-soul apes backs you into a corner, its leader sniffing you with an avaricious hunger. It grins. It lunges. Hours later, you awaken. Something is missing. An occurrence. Empire of Hands unlicensed spitifage. Qualities now. An occurrence. Merciless soul. Menaces, soulless qualities 1. That's all for now. I could recover my soul. I can have an audience with the flea-ridden mayor. Let's do that. He's not busy. No appointments are required. King of an empty castle, the flea-ridden mayor scratches himself on a chair made of crates, surrounded by boxes of long-rotten trade goods. As a 5-souled ape, he would not be able to petition for membership of court. For now, the trade embargo has left him trapped on the outside, a 3-souled overseer with no talent for order. I don't have a soul to sell him. Acquire fresh supplies. That's 20 echoes. Acquire emergency fuel. 40 echo. And no thanks. Supplies. Yeah, I'll buy one. And supplies 20 echo. It's not a bad price. Excuse myself. Let's recover my soul. Painstaking hunt. Pentecost apes steal souls, but also traits and mannerisms from their victims. You need to find the one that looks the most familiar. flatulent ape, a jabbering ape, an intoxicated ape, a filthy ape. A jabbering ape. Squawk, squawk. That's all it does. Spittle and the occasional recognizable word flying with equal worth. What was missing is now restored, with no harm done, save a sudden itching and an urge to swing from the trees by the tail you realize you no longer have. Both will hopefully fade in due course. Gain 25 fragments. Very good. I could sell my soul. He will pay me 200 echoes for my soul. But if you aren't using it, I'm really not. I don't. Yeah. That will gain me a menace to get to it. Yeah, but it's 200 echo. The deal is struck. There's an official chandler of souls who would ordinarily preside over such things, but the mayor sees no reason why he should receive his customary fee for something that any monkey with a black jacket and a few implements can do. Even an unsouled force monkey can steal a soul and almost never cause lasting harm to the victim. Donor. He means donor, of course. Later you awaken under rags, bruised with a headache and a feeling of loss. It is done. Your mind licks at the strange emptiness as the tongue might a missing tooth. Gain 200 echo. And gain quality. I am now soulless. Sovereign Island. Heart of the Empire. Many boats circle the island, all keeping their distance. The one that gets closest is an extended rowboat painted in yellow, whites, and reds. 4 servant monkeys strain at the oars while its true passengers sit in comfort behind a gauze curtain. Just for a moment an eye catches yours, but only for a moment. It would not do for a high-souled ape to see something so beneath its notice. Sovereign Island. Today the sprawling palace is called the Wild Wheel Court. Tomorrow, who knows? The world of the Pentecost apes is one of cruel whimsy, where stone traditions last only as long as their amusement. Back to the boat. The guards stare as you row away. It will take some effort to ingratiate yourself here. Perhaps if you could find something on one of the other islands. Alright, let's go to the Ash Isthmus. Neither man nor ape claims the volcanic remnant between islands. Haunted, they say. Ridiculous. Of apes and monkeys. The trip offers a little time to think on the Penties. Technically, they are monkeys rather than apes, but it is not tactful to remind them of this. With their high-souled faces, the accepted name is Pentecost apes. In private, though, I wonder what swear word that is. The bitchy monkeys is about as common. It is, one might say, ad hominoid insult. Bleak beaches give way to an oasis of gently glowing trees and scent of rotting flowers. Do I enter the forest or return to the boat? Let's enter the forest. Into the woods. Wide natural paths run between clumps of trees, softly lit by dim green glow and occasional glimmer of false stars through the canopy. Only the cracking of leaves and the soothing sounds of water break the serenity of this volcano-forged paradise. Hunt for surprise. Not a very good chance. I can relax in a hot spring. Let's relax in a hot spring. A moment for yourself. You slip out of your itchy clothes and into the welcoming caress of hot, deep water. The salts and sweats of zailing life melt away as you simply float bare and free. Above, false stars glimmer bright enough to be worth wishing on. All around, the glow of the trees cast ambient calm on this silent peace. How long has it been since you had a moment like this? Since London? Longer? Sweet, lost some terror. Thought from the past, a thought for the future, a thought for the east, a thought for the Z. Let's do a thought for the east. Out on the edge of civilization. From here, the lights of home are just a memory. The Z is blacker, its tail is more guarded. It is not enough to simply keep sailing. None who try ever return home. Perhaps that is the price demanded by salt, as you've overheard the crew dankly murmur, when to think no one hears. That doesn't mean that... Wait, what was that? Sounded like giggling. Caught. Tiny blonde girl perches, watching you on a rock. Her innocent grin is spiced with mischievous glee. She moves like a monkey, but she giggles like an imp at the look on your face of being caught bathing in her hot spring, and the one that floods onto it as she scoops up your clothes. Sweet, I'm now naked. A monkey foundling. Shipwrecked as a baby, raised by the empire of hands, she now plays between the worlds of apes and men, neither quite one nor entirely the other. So I could demand she put my clothes down, or I could do a desperate swim. Let's do a desperate swim. The monkey foundling makes things interesting. She waits, grinning innocently until you emerge from that hot spring with nothing but your strategically placed hands for modesty. Before you can get close enough, though, she bolts from her crouched position and into the forest on all fours. A scampering run that turns every rock and fallen tree into a springboard. Quest for dignity. I could chase her. Or, screw it, let them stare. Let's chase the monkey. Damn it. You cannot return to the crew like this. Into the forest. The branches scrape against your skin. The damp mud squishes between your toes. There is no sign of the monkey foundling, but her tracks are easily followed. Forest clearing. The footprints lead here. She has not even attempted to hide them. It is as if she wants you to follow. Ouch! Your hand slaps your stinging buttocks. The little stone lands in the dirt as a familiar giggle comes from above. You look to see the monkey foundling dangling upside down from a branch by her legs, a blowpipe in her hand, and a bag just out of your reach. Tantalizingly so. Taking a deep breath, you politely, very politely, request that she return your damn clothes now. The monkey foundling listens and gives it some thought, tapping her blowpipe against her lips, and as she decides, "Say please," she grins. Please. There. It is said. The monkey foundling thinks for a moment. Pretty please? Throw a rock at the little wench. Not a very good chance. Alright, I'll play along. Pretty please? The monkey foundling has never heard of cherries. Pretty please, she adds, stifling a giggle. How long is this going to go on? Pretty please? Damn it, it's freezing. How much longer? The monkey foundling his poker face. Pretty please? Pretty please. Your anguished pleas echo through the trees. A gift from the monkey foundling. You appear to have pretty pleased her, and she decides you deserve a reward. She fishes in her bag and generously throws you a sock. A single solitary sock. Well, I know where I'm putting that sock. I don't know how much I can cover up with it, but yeah. She learns a few near swear words as she races off across the branches, near doubled up with laughter. Do I keep going after her? Oh, let's try it. I'm probably gonna fail, but... A trap! You just spot the looped rope in time to jump over it, avoiding what would otherwise have been a nasty trip into the air. The monkey foundling looks disappointed. This is not one of your regrets. Sweet, I succeeded. The chase continues. The monkey foundling slides down a vine in front of you. She sticks out her tongue and scampers through a break in the trees. A marsh of terrible stench. It is a place that skunks would think twice of entering, if the Empire of Hands had such creatures. The monkey foundling, of course, is unconcerned as much at home here as in the high in the branches of or running the forest paths. She almost dances effortlessly across a thin fallen tree that crosses the mire, surrounded by the foulest bubbling mud that has ever invaded your nostrils. She bounces in the middle, daring you to try to follow her. I don't have enough iron to prank her. I'm gonna try. You slowly cross the marsh. It is slow going. Your muddy feet slide against it, and the thin trunk barely carrying your weight. Inch by inch, step by step, you slowly make your way without slipping. The monkey foundling is visibly disappointed, even trying jumping up and down to shake the tree and make you take a messy tumble. But no, not today. You cross triumphantly, to her grudging admiration. Gain 20 fragments. The monkey foundling dances. She pirouettes on a tree stump, saluting you as you approach. Ambush! A screeching Pentecost ape drops from the branches. The shock on the monkey foundling's face makes it clear this is not part of her little game. Its rage is focused entirely on her, the ghost of the Ash Isthmus, and the bright soul with which it can uplift itself to glory. It limps from some trap earlier, its fur blood-soaked and glistening. It lunges at the monkey foundling, who half rolls, half falls off the stump and yelps as it catches her by the leg. She rolls, shrieks her own howl as she lashes back and kicks with a kick that shatters the fang and splits its lip. This only further enrages the frothing ape. It strikes. Fine, I'll help the monkey foundling. She meant you no real harm. She was only playing. Rock beats ape. You reach for a stone and bring it crashing down on the distracted ape's head. Its skull cracks, dampness spreading. It collapses on the ground, hard. It is not a child's face that looks up at you. Still, you reach a hand down. The monkey foundling just stares at it for a moment, something human returning as the adrenaline fades. For a moment, it almost looks as though she will take it. But no, she leaps up on her own, bounding away toward the dark safety of the jungle. And then stops, hesitates. She looks back and tilts her head, beckoning you to follow. It is a look that suggests the game is over, but perhaps not yet quite finished. A small hut in the middle of the forest. Is this where the monkey foundling lives? Why would she lead you here, of all places? Playmate of the monkey foundling. The monkey foundling herself is nowhere to be seen, but she left you something. It sits outside the hut, carefully placed by a large, happy face drawn in the black sand. A little prize for being such a good sport. Your clothes, however, nowhere to be seen, of course, as the monkey part of her would no doubt demand. Where would be the fun in that? Yeah, I got an outlandish artifact from it, though. Back to the ship. An out-of-uniform experience. The crew reacts with the expected amount of sympathy to your naked return, which is to say exactly none. By the time you board your ship, every last crew member is on hand to see and cheer, with more than a couple letting off flares as impromptu fireworks. It is many, many days before the needling ceases and you're able to give an order without first scouring it for innuendo. On the plus side, it does boost at least the rest of the ship's mood while it lasts, and you have a treasure for your collection. You've had worse days. Lost 10 terror. There's only so much you can hide with that sock. Oh boy. Alright, let's go to Fountainhead Island. Ancient secrets peek out of the trees. Any may visit, but few Penties ever bother making the pilgrimage. A young ancient empire. The Empire of Hands is hardly as old as they pretend, but mimicry and theft infuses their whole culture. If the Penties have come to think that rulers should be buried in ancient temples, then it is ancient temples they will build. It would hardly be the first time their attempts to mirror humanity have entirely missed the point. Temple in the forest. In a clearing of parasynthetic trees looms an imposing structure of wood and stone, the vault of the first emperor. It stretches through the forest in a number of styles, each designed by the whims of the latest Pentecost apes who felt it needed to be made grander. It would take a dedicated team to break in and uncover its secrets. Perhaps you will bring one here later. Alright, back to the boat. Perhaps there is someone in Fallen London who might be able to help you get to the treasure of the island. Okay. And Hearthsake Island. A thin pillar of greasy yet appetizing smoke rises from the only human settlement in the Empire. The Blumenbach Quarantine. The Admiralty has never stated precisely why it seeks to keep the Empire confined, though most opposition to it fades once said opposers actually encounter a Pentecost ape. They have been easy to corral, however. Though they do not lack wit, there is not an inventive bone in their hairy bodies, but no amount of stolen humanity has taught them the art of creating engines. The Lost Treasure Hunter. He squints at a map, muttering incoherently. North for each city the bats have brought down. He wipes his brow. Have you seen a big X on the ground by any chance? I got these 4 map pieces and got me this far and said X would mark the spot, but I can't find an X anywhere. He looks at the map sadly. Should be here, it says. Now where am I supposed to dig? He's too busy to talk right now, but adds that he will be in the village later if you want to trade adventuring supplies. Don't try the meatballs, he warns, getting back to his search. He just... don't do that. Alright, let's go to the village. Greasy smoke and guilty, tempting aromas rise from a collection of huts around a long-beached pirate ship and a field of pointedly impaled monkeys. An explosion almost takes your head off. Sorry about that, booms the boisterous pirate, lowering a smoking blunderbuss as bits of scattered tree rain down. New arrival, are we? Well, if you haven't got a tail, you're all right by me. He squints momentarily suspicious. You don't have a tail, do you? Wouldn't put it past the thieving little buggers to go shaving one of their own. Wouldn't know fair play if it kicked them right up the arse. His voice is louder than his blunderbuss. The congealed meat juices in his thick beard are better not considered. It was not madness that drove these pirates to cannibalism, but years of being shipwrecked without the comfort of meat. After a while, any meat would do. So I could dine at the table, which means eating human flesh, or just get back to the boat. This will likely raise terror. Yeah, I'm not going to go for cannibalism. They seem a friendly sort and are shocked at the idea that they would ever be such poor hosts as to eat their guests. But then, they have no shortage of supplies. Back to Port Stanton. The sea is quiet. The journey is pleasingly uneventful. You have not been eaten by cannibal pirates. All things considered, a successful trip. Nice, port report. Few have reason to brave the waters this far east, especially with the trade embargo. The Admiralty will pay especially well for up-to-date intelligence. Gained 100 fragments and a port report. All of them warrant further attention. For now, though, it would be best to see if your initial discoveries can whet the interest of anyone back home. I have not gone on the Zeppelin yet. Intense work is underway across the bridge. Turned away. 2 monkey guards wielding rifles and rusty bayonets block the bridge. This is not for your eyes, outsider. Avert them. Walk away. Walk faster. Good human. I could look for a rowboat. They all appear to be in use at the moment. You make a note to return later. Until then, business awaits elsewhere. If only the monkeys had proper ships, their islands would have proper docks capable of handling yours. Oh well. You will need You will need the help of someone in Fallen London to continue exploring the Empire of Hands. Check your lodgings after submitting your court report. Enough. Shops. Okay. Alright, that was a very long but entertaining visit. Alright. Now what? We're going to end off the episode here and continue going north next time.